All right, so today I'm going to show you a clip of my friends Austin and Will. They're both real estate investors along with myself. I own 8 properties, manage 11 more. Austin has like 68 units and Will has 8. So essentially in this video, this is actually old footage that I took, and what I wanted to do was show them talking to an electrician and a plumber. All right, they're going to be going throughout this house that they're rehabbing and they're planning it out, planning what they want to do. I'm going to be chiming in whenever I have some commentary on what I'm thinking about as I'm watching this. So, occasionally I'll mute it, tell you what, I'm thinking, and maybe clarify some things as we go. So if you like content like this, definitely like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into this video.
New hot water heater is going to be electric, not gas.
Okay, what about furnace? Gas?
Furnace is gas, but you shouldn't need to do anything with that because that'll be on the...
It's
already got a line going to it.
And then we are deciding on 2 baths now upstairs?
I think
skip the half bath downstairs?
2 and skip the half bath.
Okay, are they both going to have tubs or is one going to be a shower pan?
One will be a shower pan.
Okay.
So here they're just planning out what they want to do, of course. The electrician and plumber are coming later.
I'd rather do not necessarily a custom pan or whatever, but I just don't totally trust those plastic ones.
Yeah.
For like the long
vanity.
run. So.
He's going to have probably 2 new roof penetrations for vents.
See if you can use the existing venting.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at that. What about...
He probably won't know it until we get demoed, but...
What about washer dryer in the basement?
I actually think if we're doing 2 beds, 2 baths on the top floor, I think we try to get a washer dryer on the top floor.
Interesting.
What's the decision behind? So this is something that they actually do quite a bit, washer and dryer on the top floor. That's something that you guys will know for your renovations. Here.
People from having to go down a little bit different. If we don't have to have the washer dryer there, we can just kind of finish the basement however we want to finish it. So
yeah, less stuff down there.
The more that we can get if you think about it, how you're living, if you can do your laundry on the same floor that you live, that's super nice versus taking it down 2 flights of stairs and things like that. So just getting a washer.
Any concerns with, just the fact that like upstairs washer dryer could flood?
No, it's going to have a flood pan in it, and then that's going to be, that's all going to be tied in. So I think that we'll be fine.
Okay.
If anything,
so we're going to need, full water lines, we're going to need washer dryer, new hot water heater installed, just a standard 50-gallon electric.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we don't need more than that for this house. Just cheapest, whatever he's got from...
Note that electric water heater, that's going to be huge later when they talk to the electrician and the plumber.
Water spigot on the back of the house for a hose?
Yeah.
Or does that just raise freezing concerns in cold weather? Or do we want it on the front of the house?
Ask him how much.
So we're actually going to go through the house in a minute here, but what they're doing is just waiting for the plumber. He's going to actually come first, and once he comes, he'll address some of these questions. It's actually going to happen in about 1 minute. So basically, they're right now looking at this water spigot, and they're looking at some drain lines, and they notice some other things here.
So just not need to run stuff through there, okay?
Yeah.
I think the age of these houses, we shouldn't be concerned about sewer and water line, but...
This guy's, so if you look over here, you can see that you've got a plastic clean out right there.
Yeah.
That tells me that these people have replaced their sewer line at some point.
Yeah.
But if you look at where they are, they're right in front of a tree. So that's probably
why. Caused issues.
So if I look at this one, I think we're probably far enough away from the tree that we're okay.
Is that something we want to investigate or scope?
We might want to investigate it.
Should I ask him for a quote on scoping?
The tree's important because of the roots that grow through the pipes. Happens all the time.
In case we have to replace that.
No, water line should be fine as long as it's copper.
Find it out as we come along.
Yeah, copper should be fine. So.
May not be copper. I think it's older enough.
It looks like it was copper down there.
Does it? Okay.
But he'll look at it and he'll be able to talk quickly.
Yeah. So double windows, that'll look real good. Yeah,
so Devin, one of the things that we're kind of investigating is how do we make this, we're not necessarily maximizing for profitability in the short term, but we're maximizing for the long term. right? So one of the biggest expenses that you're gonna have is your turnover costs. So we can take a house like this. We could keep it a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and
Push
these
the
are
rental
pretty
rate by
small.
$100 a month, $75 a month.
But those people are a couple things. One, you're gonna have a bigger family living here, and 2, those people aren't gonna feel as willing to stay. So we want to see how long can we make people stay. If they have,
damn, I've got my own bathroom. I can do my
Yep.
wash right here. The kids have their own bathroom. They're not messing with me or whoever it might be. That's pretty nice.
yeah. So that's kind of what we're going for here. That's why we.
This is actually a huge reason we do conversions from 3.1 to 2.2 if, bed bath count.
I'm pretty convinced that we will.
I like that.
And I think it's just the nicer things for the areas. Most investors will come in and they'll say, hey, let's maximize. If we can get more bedrooms out of here, awesome, good, let's do it. We'll probably finish the front of the basement and turn that into a bedroom living area kind of thing. That way, those are just some of the things that we're learning from other investors that are saying, hey, your biggest thing is your turnover costs. So when you're renovating it, keep that in mind. Because it would certainly be cheaper for us just to keep this wall here, not build a second bathroom, things like that. Probably going to add, I don't know, 5-6K to our costs by just adding this bathroom here.
We just saved $1,500 right there on our demo quote. So,
Yeah.
it's like we continue to work for good pricing and we can pay for that.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And I think that's an easy way to
All right, so that's a big reason that we often convert. Sometimes, though, we actually will do we convert from a 4-bed, 1-bath down to a 3-bed, 2-bath. We do it for these reasons: longevity. So
buy one that looks really, really cool for $150. That's a great place to spend an extra $75, and then someone comes in and they're like, wow, that's an awesome looking light fixture. I wasn't expecting to see something like that, versus just the cheapest $30 one that you can find. That's a great place to just, tenants want to live here because the house looks really nice.
would you do that in both a rental and a flip?
Yeah,
You do it in both?
potentially. Yeah.
Okay. You wouldn't be worried about them breaking over time or anything if it's like a expensive light fixture?
Yeah, it wouldn't be an expensive light
All right,
fixture.
like $100.
But yeah, for that price, it's also, if it does break, the tenant would have to mess with it, break it on purpose. And if it does, then replacing it isn't a huge deal.
Okay. Do you guys purposely use LED lights to avoid them needing to replace stuff, or do you?
No, not generally. We're letting them, because they're paying the electric costs, and that's kind of is what it is for light bulbs. But if a permanent fixture, like a semi-flush fixture, we're putting that in. Buy one that's LED. There's really good ones on Amazon that I think we've both used in projects for $25 a pop, and those are LED that's in. They last for a long time.
Yeah, just check with Steve and make sure.
Hey, Steve. All right, so here's where we're going to be transitioning to the plumber. So they're going to be bringing the plumber into the basement. They're going to be telling them all the design plans. So right now the camera's kind of blurry right now as they're trying to get the light and all that. But we're walking downstairs into the basement, and we're just chatting with the guy for right now. But he's going to give you a lot of different information about what you should be looking for as far as plumbing.
Well, that's for the inspections.
Okay.
Obviously, if we find out that we can just cut it on and plug in, then we'll just
Go from there.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
How long has it been sitting?
I don't know.
If it's been over a year, they're
It's
gonna.
probably crushed, yeah. I figured as much. I'm going to plan for it, but we can always be pleasantly
Okay.
surprised. Full hot water replacement, we're just going to do it 50 gallons.
So BGE turns off the gas if it's been vacant for a year, which means you have to apply for permits to turn it back on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just easy. It's such a small house too. We're going to have 2 baths. That's it. Then I'm trying to find the main water line, if we can see if it's copper, if it's galvanized. It's something I wanted to get your thoughts on.
It's galvanized.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, it changes the copper right there. That valve.
So the over-under on that being, it's not as old.
So they're looking for galvanized steel because you do not want galvanized steel in your house at all. You want to replace all of it. It corrodes over time with water.
You can pressure test it.
Except for gas lines, that's fine.
You have to check the flows. You have to turn it all out. Outside, you may
Yeah.
not have a meter because it's been sitting for so long.
Yeah, right.
So I would plan for it. Just keep it in the back of your mind. You know what I
Yep.
mean? We'll start first without it, and then when we run to an issue, I'll go ahead. I'll put a valve on here So that we can hook a hose up.
Cool.
And then we'll
Just
test
see
it.
where we're at. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, that's fine. I mean,
We can make that the first priority.
yeah, kind of figure out some of
That
those
way you know
unknowns.
as soon as it comes in.
We're likely gonna take this front part of the basement here and make it a bedroom.
Okay.
So for any rough ends or things coming in, we just wanna not route it through the room.
Okay.
Try and
We'll take it over here.
yeah, down the wall through the
Yeah.
back. This back area is likely gonna just be cleaned out and open and just a little storage space.
Okay.
Clean out there.
Okay. Let's see, there's something. We got a little. You can always cover that up though.
We got a sump going on right here. There is a rear drain, but that's covered by a metal deck.
Okay.
So I don't think that's gonna be getting a ton of action, but we probably will end up doing a sump
Just
replacement.
increase it. That way you just put a pit in there.
Yeah,
Just a larger pit.
and I think,
It's like a bucket.
I mean, it's also, you can almost pump that to that right there.
Not into the sewer.
No?
Mm-mm.
No, they won't let you do it.
Nope. So you have to take it out.
Out
Which
the
is
rear.
which is not an issue. If you're gonna go ahead and bust it up anyway, you're better off just busting it here, taking it close to the back. That way
Are you talking about like a full replacement down
Yeah.
to it, not just
Yeah.
swapping it out?
Yeah. Cause that's, I mean, it's small.
Yeah.
It's up to you though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we weren't trying to bring groundwork into it, but,
you're talking maybe that much, just to put a pit in. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And move it, get it out of the way.
Oh, you're talking, okay, you're not rerunning the full, okay,
Hold on.
drain to the,
You could probably bust it over here and find it.
yep,
You know what I mean? And then
and just move
tap
it
in.
to the rear?
Yep.
I'd be alright with that.
Yeah.
Put it in a normal sized basin.
Yeah, that way, one, it's out of the way here, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, you'll have enough, put a closet here or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Or it's just open.
More space in the bedroom.
Cool, that's about it.
Okay.
Sorry about the lighting, though, everyone. I know it's kind of hard to see. We'll be moving up into the kitchen pretty soon.
Yep.
This one you might, I mean.
We already told him to cut here.
Okay.
You cool with that? I mean, we
Yep.
can always adjust that and then just plug in there.
Yep.
Okay.
That way, you just put a plug in there for that,
Yeah.
and then just run all new
Uh-huh.
for your drains.
And then we'll have one gas line run. We're gonna do a gas stove upstairs.
Okay.
This will be a gas furnace, but obviously the HVAC guys are plugging in there
Okay.
just for if you need that for load. Simple
Probably at
gas.
80,000.
And by the way, for those who heard that, he didn't say $80,000. He said 8,000. So I heard 80,000 first time I watched it.
And we're gonna do that. This wall's coming down. We're gonna do a little island right here. The
Okay.
sink will be an island, and then just new 30-inch gas stove.
Okay. That works. Same spot with the stove.
Don't know yet.
Okay.
We're trying to figure that out today.
Probably moving it down about 36 inches or so.
To the left.
Okay.
Most like kind of center it.
So center with the sink then. So you're gonna have the sink and the stove probably
Okay, right.
across from each
Probably
other.
Fridge right around here. We'll just want. This fridge won't have water on it, right?
No.
Don't want to run a water line to that.
So you're hearing Austin speak. He's kind of in the background, so unfortunately I didn't get him on audio very well here, but they're deciding whether or not to put water dispensers in the fridge, but water line for the water dispenser in the fridge and also an ice maker. So most of the time I always say, no, don't do this. You actually don't want that because it's just more things that can break. But you're going to find it harder and harder to find a fridge without those over time. So they agreed to just do it.
I mean, it's just
Especially if it's just an ice maker, because we probably won't have the water.
There's all.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, and just note, this is for rentals, by the way. They're obviously renting the house. So the ice maker and everything, that's for a rental. You just don't want another thing that can break. But for a flip, absolutely, of course, yeah, run the water line.
But I think it's going to change once we're just demoing it down to the studs. So it's going to be a new tub placement, just a new rerun there. I'm not sure what the roof penetrations are like for your venting, but if
Probably goes up
possible,
over here.
we'll know more once we're demoed. So right now, let's just plan it as if we're plugging into what's already there.
You can
Which
use
might
what's
be-
in there, and that way
Right.
you just save what having to do anything with the roof.
Yeah, some new ones.
Unless you're doing something with the roof, I wouldn't even mess with it.
Yep, I don't think we are. The roof's in pretty good shape. We'll
Okay.
try and move. I think we're gonna give a little more space to the neighbor.
So what they're talking about with those roof penetrations, a lot of times plumbers have to vent out the gases from, like, when you flush a toilet and all that, a lot of the sewage gases and all that. And there's other venting that needs involved. They all go through the roof. So that has to be coordinated with your roofer, because then your roofer has to patch that up around it, of course. So they're just seeing if that even needs to be done. Or you can use existing lines.
And then we're gonna do a simple bathroom on the other side.
Okay. Kind of back to back with that. Yep.
That's right, then you can already see.
Yep.
Let you plug into what's going on there.
Okay.
This one's probably gonna not have a tub and just be a shower pan.
Perfect.
And then maybe like a 36-inch vanity.
Are you coming out this way with the
I'm
bathroom?
gonna go this way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably about where I'm standing.
Maybe just. Do you know where your door's going for the bathroom?
Also, what were you thinking on door for the bathroom?
I
Here.
think we're gonna come out 4 foot, build a wall, and we're probably gonna pocket the door.
Okay.
That way we don't have to worry about the
So
swing.
I guess you want to put the shower here on this end, or you want to put the shower close to the tub?
Yeah, I think we'll probably, so if we're like 4 foot out and we're gonna go this whole distance here, there's not gonna be a wall right there.
Okay.
This will be out. And so I'm thinking shower in the corner, toilet, and probably a 36.
So that's an important note, is that you only need 4 feet by 4 feet really for a full bathroom. 4 feet by 5 feet sometimes, but well, yeah, more like 4 feet by probably 5 or 6 feet. But just note that 4 feet is pretty much the minimum that you need for a bathroom.
And you'll, all ceilings will be out downstairs.
Okay.
So running anything shouldn't be a problem. If we need to run put a bulkhead on the wall or something like that,
Okay.
that's no problem either.
And that shouldn't. I mean, honestly, everything's going to come up in that one general area. You can just tie off into joists and do what we got to do.
Yeah.
So it's safe space.
Cool.
This I mentioned to you through text, but we don't even close on this house for like a month and a half.
Okay.
And I know you got some stuff lined up, but
Yep.
we really should, with how efficient this is going to be. We should be able to give you like.
So note that they're scheduling everything during the closing process. So they're bringing in the contractors while they're under contract. So this allows them to just start moving and schedule the dates that are necessary to get one contractor in, another one out for each trade. This is probably the more efficient way of doing things. So at this point, we're going downstairs. We're going to look at the yard, but remember the electrician's coming in about, let's say, 3 minutes, and then we'll see his thoughts as well.
You can always camera the line too.
That's what we were thinking about, because these guys, it probably makes a lot of sense, right? They have roof issues.
That's theirs.
Yeah, so we're probably along here.
It's going to be close to that. It's going to ride the property line just like that is.
Yeah.
It probably goes down in a common Y. And what'll happen is it'll go down in 4 and then increase to 6, and they both run into 1 and
I
then
got
tie
you.
into the sewer.
So I'd like to scope that.
Okay. We can probably go in just from that stack down there.
Yeah.
Just run it. Just see.
What's it take to get a front and back spigot, like hose spigot?
They got one in already.
Alfred.
That's just tie into it.
Yeah, we'll just draw it
Oh,
out,
yeah, there it is.
cut it, redraw it, and then put one in.
That's not bad at all.
Nah. Nope, I seen it down there. They have a pipe going through the wall at a lower level,
Yeah.
but that's steel. The other one is copper, which I'm not sure what it was.
Okay.
But not too bad.
Underground sprinkler system.
Yeah, right. Yeah, lawn irrigation.
What's the best way? So if I gave BG&E a call and said I wanted to turn on my gas here just to see, like, they're likely going to say you got to go new business on that. But if they happen to say like,
You're gonna need a pressure test
yeah.
for sure, and then they won't release them. Well, you got a meter.
But if I
anyway.
call and they say yes, it means by some freak chance that it's not cut off.
I mean, we could turn it on and find out.
Yeah.
And they probably have it cut off at the street.
Yeah.
They'd probably, I mean, you're going to have to pull a permit anyways just to move that one gas line. So, and I guess eliminate the.
Even I'll have to pull a permit just for them to just say, okay, we can turn the gas back on.
Got it.
Because they're gonna
Yeah.
want to make sure that there's no leaks in the house.
Yep.
And then from there, they assume responsibility for it.
Yeah.
So anything, if they want to put their name on it, they'll make sure nothing's,
Yeah.
Sure.
Doesn't mess up.
especially with gas.
Cool.
Cool. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So here we're actually introducing the electrician. He's just getting himself sorted. So he's going to go through the house and talk about a couple things. The panel, all right, does it need to be upgraded? How exactly we're going to run the wires? We're going to start out in the basement, same as the plumber, and then work our way upstairs to the kitchen and everything else regarding it. So the rest of this video is going to be the electrician and his thoughts.
The panel actually looks pretty good there.
Actually, just check on the service.
Yeah.
What the service look like.
So we're gonna have the only electric that we're gonna have an electric hot water heater. We're gonna have AC.
What do you have?
Okay.
I didn't grab the brightest light. I got a light that light.
Also note that, remember he said he wants an electric hot water heater. That is going to eat into the space that they have on the panel. So if they don't want to, if they don't have room on the panel, then you don't want an electric hot water heater, you want a gas one. Same with a stove. You want a gas stove, not an electric stove. So it just depends on how much space you have. So let's find out.
One in there. My guess, I don't know.
Yeah, you that's right. It's a square D panel look fine, the service here looks fine, as long as it look good, that good outside. We okay on, for the panel.
Okay.
It can stay in the same location unless what you working with down here?
So down here, probably gonna build just a small room
Okay,
right in here.
okay.
We'll frame it out so you'll have some framing to run in, we'll see plugs there. And probably 6 recessed lights. Probably what I'm thinking down here.
Ductwork, what's this, you change?
No, ductwork's gonna stay as long as we get the okay from the HVAC guy, but ideally we keep that so we'll bulkhead it in.
Walk around, okay,
Yep,
okay.
exactly. So we'll probably do 2 can lights over here, 2 right there, maybe 1 over there.
Well, we'll see how the bulkhead in, because I got some recess I can actually slide right
Oh,
there
right on
the
top.
bulkhead.
Okay.
Well, make the room, because everything over there gonna give you that shadow, that
Yeah.
bulkhead wanna block the whole
Yeah.
light, so.
Yeah,
And
you're
we
right.
have to ensconce with that, put sconces to bring
Oh, yeah,
something
yeah,
out
sure.
this wall,
That'd be kinda
so.
cool.
Just make light do what it did, that's all.
Okay, and then here we're gonna have the ceiling. You know what? We didn't tell him if we were taking this. Ceiling. We can keep this. It's fine.
Yeah, well, one way or
Maybe
the
maybe a sconce right here.
yeah, it'll be a light right there to shine down the steps and be a light at the bottom of the steps.
Yeah, probably.
I got those flat lights that shine, I'll show them to you.
Okay.
They sit right on the wall.
Okay.
They nice, you can go here and they'll light up the whole hallway.
Got it. In here we're gonna put fridge right here, range right there, and then just cabinets.
Refrigerator going where?
Fridge is going right there.
Okay, yeah, pretty much.
And then in the middle we're gonna have island, about a 6-foot island, and
Garbage disposal.
garbage disposal with the sink in
No.
the middle.
Okay, so the dishwasher sitting over here?
No dishwasher. Not gonna
Okay,
have a dishwasher.
the sink is sitting over here, you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna have you just opening this wall up.
Yes.
Well,
Yep. This is gonna be gone.
Is it
Fine.
brine wall? You gonna need something, or you play with beam across the top or whatever. They'll figure it out. Okay.
This isn't load bearing.
It's not?
No, the joist went all the way across down there.
Okay,
So.
so just counter
Yep.
and the sink.
Yeah. So whatever we would
Dishwasher.
need for our code, whether it be
Be a GFI.
whatever plugs on the back or something.
Yeah, well, not
4
for the
feet.
sink, but on that, wherever over top that,
Good.
GFI, wherever that's going, wherever the dishwasher going at.
Two-
You wanna have.
You wanna do hang some pendants above it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're looking at lighting down here. We're probably looking at.
Well, if you're doing, you can do 3 or 2 in here.
Yeah.
If you're doing this, cause this pendant's gonna give you what it want, or, like I said, all
I'll probably
depends,
do 3.
yeah, all depends how much you recessing, because, you know, you can buy a new light similar to that LED that light up this whole kitchen, you know, so no?
Yeah.
Nah.
I think probably just recess.
Okay,
Probably when I'm thinking 3 recessed here. This wall is coming out too. 3
Okay.
recessed there, 4 in here, and probably. You think you need 6 in here? Or you think we're fine with 4?
6 in there for
So
sure.
6 in there. So 6, 4, 3.
And can we chandelier pendant?
Yeah, and probably and a
Chandelier.
switch.
So it's gonna be recessed and chandelier pendant?
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm saying now you I mean, you can do it where you
probably
want.
are. Maybe no pendants over the island and we just.
Well, no, you can do the pendants
I'd
on the
rather do
island.
pendants than this.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
the recess in the kitchen, now
You're
they
right, you're
all
right,
of them
you're
start
right,
looking
you're
the same. Now you can do either or. Let's say you put a 3 recess in there, and you did a chandelier here without nothing, and then you got your recess in here. And these become the LED white lights that
Yeah,
bright
yeah.
up the kitchen, and this can just be a regular, light, then you got your pendant. So, but it's up to you. It's like, some people don't like doing this in the middle because it make people say this have to be the
Right,
dining
yeah.
room, this area. By recessing it, it can be anything you want.
Yeah.
But like I said, just to give it a different look, 'cause they're gonna be looking all the way through. I will have the pendants, the kitchen long light, or
We could put like a track light or something in there.
yeah. Well, like I said, you see these stuff at Home Depot now. They unbelievable. Just because the way the kitchen going, the length of the kitchen,
Yeah.
that one light would go like this.
Yeah.
Plus the pendant, then it'll like boom, change the whole look.
Yeah.
Then you got these recessed all looking the same
Sure.
way. So it just give a different look.
Yeah.
To the floor.
Whatever, so whether we do, what do you think, chandelier pendants?
I mean, I think we put pendants. I think we can.
Can we get those on a dimmer?
I'm not.
What about those on a dimmer?
I mean, that would be fine.
You can dim anything.
That's easy.
I like to
What's
dim
on the dim
those.
of the pendant or the?
The pendants.
Yeah. If anything, I would maybe put in the box for the chandelier, and then we can decide if we want to put
That's
something in
fair.
there or not. But I think we can put it. Adding a switch in a box there is.
Yeah.
Is nothing.
I'm
So.
saying you can do just to give it a different look. You can put a chandelier and 1, 2, 3, 4 recesses around it, but even putting the chandelier in the middle, you still making them say this is where the dining room table is.
Right, exactly.
So it's up to you how. I mean, and like I said, and in this room you're gonna do so much anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So obviously, all this talk about the lights seems excessive, but it's actually really important to the design of the house. Ultimately, they chose not to do a chandelier. And I think in a lot of houses going forward, in fact, a lot of my houses, we don't do a chandelier in the dining room because we do not want to force where they put the dining room table, as the electrician just recommended.
Need for the ceiling fan
No,
and the recess around because, and then this ceiling is low, so your fan gonna be about right here.
Yeah,
so
right, exactly.
I would say,
Yeah, that'll be fine. Now, just whatever we need in terms of plugs to pass code here. If it's easier, like on this wall, floor plugs will be fine. You've got that open basement. This is going to be hardwoods, so we're probably going to refinish the hardwoods under here.
Okay.
So just kind of knowing that. We don't need a closet light there. Probably a recessed here and a recessed up. Well,
like I said,
Actually, I don't think we need
wall
it.
sconces.
I don't think. Nah, this is a.
Yeah, it's a ditch
Yeah,
to run
no.
in.
they want to step. But like I said, if the recess, all depends where the recess, you got 6 in here, this is gonna show you way.
Yeah, that's true. And up here
that
we
one
can
up here
have
will light up the way down the step. You just don't, like I said, if this was just a dark landing, I would say drop one here. But like I said, if I get to that point and I look and I go, but you don't want this hole lit up every time you cut this one.
Yeah, no, I
You
think
know
you're
what I
right. I think you're right.
So-
That's open enough that we'll do a two-way for this hall
Yes.
here, and that'll light it up because this has plenty of light that's going to shine
Two.
down here.
So that's gonna be, that was the hallway light over there. And so I'm gonna change it, what y'all doing this, is all this coming off?
Paneling's coming off, but
Okay.
we're keeping it there.
Yeah, but the panel coming off. So if I have to, I can put a hall light as you go
Yes.
the steps here
Yep.
to the top of there, okay.
Yeah, that's actually probably.
Cause that used to be, I'll use that for coming in the room and the porch light out there
Yep.
and the outlet, okay.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
One thing to note about recessed lights is they illuminate a 4-foot area around them. So you're noticing how they have to put so many recessed lights in every room. I'm not so many, but you want to evenly distribute because they only illuminate that 4-foot area. So you'll have to have one basically almost like, in a sense, every 8 feet across from each other. I mean, it's not exactly 8 feet, but you get the signs behind.
Yeah. Just a semi-flush.
Yeah, probably just keep one fixture in this area. We'll just find something kind of nice.
Now, I'm gonna send you, a picture of these lights that,
Okay.
they look like recessed, but they this close to the ceiling. They are, and like I said, I don't bull crap people, and since y'all buy a light, you get them on Amazon for $84 and you get 12 of them.
Actually, you told me about this.
Right.
I filled my whole house with them. You're about to see them today. Yeah, they exactly like you said.
Well, show them because they sit right on the ceiling. They don't look like a recess, but it's a different look. You understand? And 1, 2, or let's say one in this area.
This ceiling's coming out too.
Or light
just
this whole
heads
thing
so.
up. But you don't have to buy those cheap bubble lights.
Yeah.
Or it just give you a whole new different look from looking at a recess can.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll take a look.
So, I mean, I use it, they're waterproof, so you can use them in the shower, you can use them everywhere.
In here, we're closet light and then just centering a fan.
Okay.
That's all we're gonna do in here.
And the outlet.
And outlets, where outlets are gonna need to go.
Now, okay, the closet's staying the same.
Yeah, closet's staying the same.
Okay.
We put any light in that closet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at closet.
Yeah,
right?
Oh, you
one
said-
closet light.
Uh-huh.
And then bathroom.
Okay.
Would you want to see the outside service?
Yeah, no.
Looks good to me.
So this room just,
So we're fast forwarding a little bit to when he talks about the panel. This is actually really good information about the electric panel.
well, you got gas in here?
Yep.
We're gonna have a
Gas on furnace
electric.
and gas on stove.
Yeah, those are only two
Electric
gas
hot water.
things. Electric
50
AC,
gallon.
electric hot water, electric dryer.
Wait a minute, electric hot water? Okay, you can, now if you're gonna keep 100, okay, now like I say, I always say, 150 is a better seller, but if you wanna leave it as 100, you can have a hot water heater, get electric, and an AC. Or the hot water heater gotta be gas, and the dryer gotta be, gas. One or the other, you switch out the hot water heater,
So probably go ahead and
most-
factor in doing a heavy up.
okay.
If you're going 150, you're gonna go 200, right?
Well, like I said, this house is too small for 200. Unless it's a huge yard there, they're gonna build a shed or add addition on.
How does the cost play out differently versus like 150 and 200? Is permitting cost different? Is you're using different
Gauge wire.
cable?
The cable, the gauge of the cable
Okay.
is a big difference.
Yep.
But like I said, some houses, when you got gas in the house, 200 is an overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
150 is a better seller when you selling a house because, oh, I got 150. People think they got more. Really, they don't need it, but it's there. And I learned it's just a better seller. But also, it's a better seller for you, but it'd be more costly for me to change that panel over to a 150 than 200. I mean, 150 from 100. Like right now, you got 100 right there.
Is that panel? It looks like it's big enough for 150
Yeah.
though.
No. It's big enough for what you running in this house. It's 100. The service cable, I have to change the service cable and everything. When you do 150, you got to change the cable, the meter box. The box is bigger, and the panel's bigger.
Okay.
So I mean, so it's like doing, you're doing an upgrade.
Yeah.
That can be more, But if you leave it like that, I'm just doing basic roughing and the power,
Yeah,
So,
because I'd
talking-
like to get 150 at least in here.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, because it's probably going to cost me the same amount to redo my flue, or if I have to redo my flue for my hot water heater,
Well, like I said, now why? Oh, okay, because the laundry is up here. I would
Yeah.
say, why you don't do a gas dryer?
Yeah.
But then you gotta get the gas line up here.
Right, and and that's going to
Yeah.
cut off. So, and you're right, it's a good selling point for people when they come in and they see it's
Yeah.
150. They can at least tell it's been upgraded or whatever.
Right.
So I thought you could use that same panel. Cause
No. That's funny. I'm changing one out for Freedom now. That the guys they took a 150 panel and stuck it on a 100 amp line. And you can't.
So keep in mind when he says that it's overkill, the 200 amp, he's not meaning for every house. If you have gas, it's overkill. No, he's talking about a house this size. Remember, this is a 3-bed, 1-bath townhome in Baltimore City.
we got to drive around there. So.
Walk around. Huh?
Tossing that in his car.
What's that?
He's just putting that in his car.
Oh,
so.
I can walk around and take a look at it. So,
Cool,
but
okay.
If you change it, it's no big deal. Of course, there'll be a porch light out here. There'll be an
Yeah.
outlet out here. Same out back.
Yep.
It's not like I said, it's not a big house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's very small.
Well, it's like I said, recess bathroom. Yeah. Like I said, the
All right, so
panel.
that's pretty much it regarding this whole project. Keep in mind, we need to do a lot of other filming. If you like it where I do these type of videos where I show what it is me and the guys are doing as far as our renovation projects, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be posting more videos like this, just see how everyone feels about them. Like I said, they're less tutorials and more like you just exploring the world with us. So I will talk to you all very soon in the next video.